僕はなぜか母の言葉を思い出していた。
君もそうだったんだろう。
Pledge just $3 a month over at www.patreon.com/TheHonestGamer and earn yourself a suggestion and vote on all new weekly Anime Sins videos. Warning, this video is from my perspective only, and as such, should not be taken too seriously. So here we are, with me now writing the 15th Boku no Hero Academia video since I started my channels. This anime is currently 3rd in my personal top 10 on my anime list, behind Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Hunter x Hunter in 2nd place. I cannot overstate my love for this anime, and I want to personally thank you all for taking this ride with me. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Oh, and one last thing, please be aware on this channel I no longer issue multiple wins. It's just easier to keep neat and tidier when done like this. So the most you'll see me issue is 2 wins. An easy win here for this OP, which has a song that when I listened to it a few times started to become incredibly catchy. Plus, check out this section I'll slow down. Just look at those amazing effects and this epic moment with All Might screaming. Just send shivers down my spine.
全部オールマイトだ。あいつがヘラヘラ笑ってるから、まるで救えなかった人間などいなかったように。
I mentioned this in Season 2, but I'm giving it a win here, because I'm pretty sure this is badass foreshadowing for later events.
その時、ヒーロー殺しから命を救われている。
Ha! All those people who disagree with me when I said in my wins video that Stain had saved him. Well, here you go, and thank you anime, so take a win.
間近に迫った林間合宿に備え、僕は自主トレを続けていた。
The fact that Midoriya is genuinely shown to have gotten bigger with more muscle in this new season. Honestly, that's something I'm not even sure I've ever even seen before.
もう大丈夫。なぜって？私が来た。
Ah, that voice is like melted butter to my grateful ear holes. Despite being slightly annoyed by being given a ton of info I knew and having 2.5 precious minutes of the first episode eaten up by it, I can still appreciate the knowledge dump for forgetful people.
おいおいおい、なんでお前らがここにいんだよ。
プールで体力強化するから。
Animating multiple people moving in one scene.
雷も来てたんだ。
なんだよその水着は。ビキニ着ろよビキニ。
This funny as f*** art style change which makes him look even more like Saitama. For the incredible memory.
緑谷少年。
オールマイト、どうしてここに？
そういう君は？
God, I love the dynamic between these two so damn much.
なあ、信楽さん。組合があんたの無茶な要求を飲んだ理由がわかるかい？
World building like a boss without shoving exposition into your face.
君、彼のこと。
I love the way that they keep this potential love interest relevant, once again not shoving it into our faces and changing the focus of the anime. Instead, it's left in the background and the flames of the storyline are occasionally stoked to keep it alive in our memories.
おかしくないおかしくない A 組は B 組よりずっと優秀なはずなのに。
Now this guy and these moments are just straight up bloody hilarious. The Pussycats.
ヒーロー活動認可資格、その仮面。ヴィランが活性化し始めた今、彼らにも。
Getting a great and very clear explanation here as to the plans to forward their training and with a reason which makes perfect sense. Yup, this still looks goddamn awesome. Anime once again excels at its usage of limited but great looking CGI. Dark Shadow, legitimately one of my favourite side characters due to the uniqueness of the quirk. The fact that there is a very subtle visible indication on almost all characters when they're pushed too far, from a stomachache to slight bleeding on the head to ice on the cheek or an injured arm on Bakugo for example.
私は大部屋なの？見たい。ねえねえ、後で見に行っていい？
おう、来い来い。
Seeing everyone eating together as a group, which I strongly assert helps solidify them in our memories long into the future, with the prime examples for me being Steins Gate.
壁とは超えるためにある！ブルスウルトラ！
This funny shit. This sad as hell backstory is handled really nicely to avoid exposition and instead treat it like a solid side backstory. Epic foreshadowing. This montage giving us a great insight into not only the quirks that everyone has, but then the original and unique way in which each of them is working to improve their quirk. This kind of thinking is appreciated by me, because it shows the creator didn't just think up quirks, but then also went one step further, giving thought as to what would improve each quirk, even if it's simplistic.
個性に由来する基幹部位のさらなる鍛錬。通常であれば肉体の成長に合わせ
This happening because it reminds me so much of the few times it happened in FMAB.
猫の手手助けやってくる。
どこからともなくやってくる。
This dude and his funny as hell introduction.
殴る蹴るの暴行よ。
いろいろダメだろ。
Seriously, whoever thought it was funny to keep having Bakugo shout "damn it" every now and then for comedic effect is an absolute genius. I love subtle stuff like that.
たくさん蓄えるほどたくさん出せるのです。
うんこみてえ。 This music, and for the scene pushing his character progression to an excellent position before the big moment.
少ないって話です。
はーい。おまた。仕方。
The brilliant and unique designs behind these new villains, especially this guy.
言葉単体だけで動くようなら、それだけの重さだったってだけで、言葉には常に行動が伴う。
Todoroki's so bloody cool.
すまんな。
This amazing reaction and art style change.
さあ、始まりだ。
The fact that after just 3 episodes they already brought the villains into it was greatly appreciated by this YouTuber who assumed at least 6 episodes would be somewhat uneventful.
あれおかしいな。優秀なはずの A 組から赤点が5人も B 組は僕1人だけだったの。
This for me legitimately never gets boring to see.
奴らに会って俺たちになかったもの、ピンチだ。奴らはそいつをチャンスに変えていったんだ。
Giving what turns out to be great character development even to what could easily be considered side characters.
なんで？
お前はリストにあったな。
Having the foresight to turn this villain into the very same one who killed his parents. It serves to drive the very best moment of this season for me so far with his upcoming battle with our boy.
もう誘惑するなよ。仕事しなきゃ。
Seriously though, what a creepy and fantastic villain with an equally creepy quirk.
なんだっけ必ず助けるんだろなんで逃げるんだよおかしいぜお前
This guy makes for a fantastic villain in this sequence due to his unyielding motive to simply cause death and carnage no matter what. On top of this, he's animated beautifully and voiced perfectly as well, and on that note I'll be pointing out a small verbal tick I particularly liked later on in this episode.
俺は人を殺したかっただけで、あの二人はそれを止めたがった。
Also pointing out his character trait here of being so matter-of-fact about why he does what he does. I think it's really quite interesting to have a villain who is a villain simply because he likes it.
ヒーローは命を落として綺麗ごと実践するお仕事だ。
This music fills me with so much damn emotion. It's almost like I start to shake to a minor degree.
しかしやるな、緑谷。やだよ、行くね、がぜん。
ヴィラン連合は何が？
知るかよ。俺はただ暴れてだけだ。
Again, I just want to point out his matter-of-fact attitude during this battle and how damn refreshing it is. He knows Midoriya is now weakened and instead of engaging in talk, he's straightforward. No, I want to attack now all of a sudden. The excellent CGI and animation mixed together in this scene combine wonderfully to create a battle scene worthy of this anime standards.
走れ！
あんなガキがてめえ
Out of this world voice acting from all 3 of them, but especially Midoriya here.
ヒーローとは常にピンチをぶち壊していくもの
オールマイト！オールマイト！
The utter sadness of him recalling the words of his idol All Might, and then having internal monologue as though he's literally saying goodbye for good to his mother, and then finally calling out to All Might like some kind of a prayer to be saved. No word of a lie, I had my hands over my mouth during the next few minutes when I watched this the first time.
後でな後で殺してやっから待っ
And here is the verbal tick I noted and really liked for how unique it made him when combined with everything else I've said about him. His single-minded pursuit of murder makes him almost impatient verbally. I love it. This spinning rotation of the scene is incredibly hard to pull off, and these guys mastered it. And then this moment, which no doubt had all of you freaking out as well. I cannot explain just how much I love that scene. His voice acting is just mind-blowingly great, and that music in the background truly sets the heroic tone perfectly. This right here is a two-win moment. For the last time I'm shouting out this bloody music. My god, I love it. And also the fact that Kota's character progression has now been pushed to its next level in a way that I'd love to be similar to Midoriya's admiration of his own idol, All Might. My word, it's so damn good to see him back in action again for the first time since Season 1 ended.
バカ言え結論を急ぐなお前は強いさ
This guy and his incredibly unique personality for a villain.
僕まだごめんぼありがとう言ってないんだよ
Kota's complete change of attitude is perfect here, and when mixed with this godly emotional music, it becomes a great moment.
ほっと殺しといた方がいい手を出すなマグリあのガキはステインがお救いした人間
It's genuinely fantastic to see at least one of the villains strictly following the ideals of Stain to the point where he would save Midoriya's life.
頑張るぞ剣道
嫌いじゃないよそういうとこ
Once again, giving us character progression for side characters is for me personally one of the ever great evolving aspects of this anime. During Season 1 we saw little progression other than in the center cast, but Season 2 expanded this in a lot of ways to almost all of the class. Now Season 3 seems to want to try and push even further and involve more of Class B, and it's doing a great job of fitting it all in so far.
腰が薄くなったせいで気づかなかったきついもうダメだって思うようなことを
This epic finale to their little battle.
まずこれをどうにかせねばならん
Once again, I want to point out how epic his quirk is for all of its incredibly unique differences to almost every other quirk we've come across. I completely forgot to mention it, but adding another win for the great and very calming and catchy ED with its great song choice and lovely hand-drawn visuals.
俺の複製案は複製期間も複製が可能切られたのは複製の腕だ
Giving a simple explanation of how his quirk works, something which I personally like because we've known very little about this dude since his introduction in Season 1. How Dark Shadow turned into an absolute fucking legend and took this guy out with literally zero effort. They really did go all out on creepy and unique villains for this season. They knocked it out the park with this girl and even added a cool mini backstory and character trait for her love for damaged men. My word, this voice actress does a great job of being creepy as fudge! For this interesting twist. I never, ever get bored of this move from him. In Season 1 I jokingly called Midoriya Crybaby Midoriya, and to see how far he's come now truly feels like character progression of the highest degree in my eyes. Thank you to the following patrons: Nathan Burr, Vupu, Leon Lutger, Manuel Meza, Josiah May, Bird Without a Word, Loritz, Ikodi, Joel Rosenfeld, BZX001, Chris Harris, Daniel Musgrave, Mattayson, Richard Gray, Hunter Layfield, Brendan Creer, Tyler Byers, Kyle Farmer, Theodore Quackens, Kaj Vorzelman, Jordan Samuels, Scott Harris, Veronica Hamilton, Gabby Z, Lullaby Hypno 22, and to all of the other patrons supporting me. Thank you.
Wake up, it's fly.
Reach the wizard.
It's fly.